We just held the best real estate event that we've ever held in the last 10 years. It was action-packed and full of content, no fluff, all actionable. I've been to this event for 4 years in a row, and this one blew every one of them out of the water. It was insane. We went through this whole 5F framework of focused, find, fund, finish, and fuel, scaling your business, buying rentals, wholesaling, and flipping, and it's a complete game changer. Check out my best presentation telling you exactly how it changed my life and how it can change yours too. Watch this.
I just think it's so cool to see everybody on here, whether it was Jonathan or Jeremiah, who've built these really strong businesses that are producing active and passive income that are just fundamentally sound. The entire method is here. We've given it to you over the last day and a half, and we'll give it to you, the rest of it, over the next day and a half. It is the method. If you're feeling like you want to accelerate your active income through wholesaling, through flipping, and you feel it's changing from I want to I must, and you can see the quickest way to build active income, and I'm so passionate about this because I've personally done it while being a United States Marine. You can replace your job or improve your own business, get more active income, and then what's most important is the underlying foundation, moving to collecting cash flowing assets. Why? To build legacy and wealth for your family. If that's you, then you're in the right place. I was invited into this community just a few short years ago. It was 2020, and it changed my life and my family's life forever. Do we have our slide? Are my slides up? Can you guys see my slides? I just want to make sure you guys can see my slides. Okay, wonderful. If you guys see this, this is a picture of me in 2020. I was at the virtual Flip Hacking Live, and Bill was on this stage. And he said, I want you to remember this moment. Take a picture of this stage and you, and I want you to look back and think about how far you've come. So I'd like all of you right now to take a picture with this stage, because in 4 years, I want you to be able to tell the story that I'm about to tell you. Go ahead and take your picture. In 2020, there was a global pandemic going on. It was chaos. It was a blessing for me. It gave me the freedom of time to come to this event that was virtual, that was supposed to be in person. I wouldn't have been able to come to Flip Hacking Live. I'd personally felt stuck. Not because I didn't have purpose or I wasn't achieving, but I felt like I'm in this W-2, I was in the military. No matter how hard I worked, I couldn't really progress faster. I couldn't save up and make more money. I wanted to go faster. And then insert my guide. You can see him on the screen. I see this guy, he's a Navy pilot. He's built this incredible business. I totally connect with him, and he's so impressive. And I felt like that's me, just 4 years ahead, maybe 5 years ahead. And he invited me into the community. And it's been insane to think about, because every year I'm just striving to do more. But when I take a moment to look back at how my life has changed, we've done over 400 real estate deals since October of 2020. I've bought over $40 million in assets. I own a title company, I've bought apartments, and I've committed my life to serving in a different way. Instead of the Marine Corps, I've turned to serving this community. I found that real estate was my people, my calling. Seven-figure flipping is my community. It's our community. And a part of me just can't believe that I have the honor today to be on this stage to invite you to take the next step in the journey with us. And I want to invite you guys into our runway community. Here's the thing. This is a proven path. We've taken you through it. And I think that understanding, that so many people out there are stuck trying to figure it out, like, hopefully what you're starting to see here is that this is the proven path, because some of you were Flipper Freddy, some of you were Rental Rhonda, and honestly, it's not only proven, it's probable. I mean, I would go as far to say it's not even probable, it's predictable, and it's this 5F framework. Because this is what we went back and looked and dissected every successful business that's come through our community. And this was the framework. It's the foundation for everything we're going to do over the next year. And I bet you're wondering exactly what we do in the community. Well, listen, this was forged over decades of proven success with investors like Bill and Mike and JJ and Tyler and Jansen McClendon, who told the best story I've ever seen given at Flip Hacking Live. He's a testament to resilience and success, and he's a reflection of our community. This program, us and what we do with this 5F framework, is designed to keep you accountable to your own success. It's the one thing to know. It is one thing to know the method, and we're talking about it here, but it's something else to master it. This weekend is about learning it, but the program is about mastering it. There's a difference. So what is it that we do? Well, in the program, it's about consistent, repeatable, active income. We have a blueprint. All of the resources you need in that blueprint, whether it's core processes, documents, all the contracts, you're not going to have to think about that stuff. It's going to be about the passive cash flow that continuously grows. We're going to talk about the same strategies. We're going to give you the playbook, the same strategies, just like I talked about today, how to get the assets with no money, how to make sure they cash flow and you have equity in them. Everything's there for you. And honestly, looking back over the last 2 years, getting consistent deal flow and having a foundationally strong business is the game. A lot of people have, like, if you're flipping houses and you feel broke, it's because you have cash flow issues, you haven't cracked the code. Well, we brought Michael Hasso in to talk to some of our VIPs, and he talked about how we solve that in the community. And that's what we're going to do over the next year. And I think about these market shifts that have happened since 2022, and having equity and income that creates a fortress so you can have a sound business and not get crippled if the market values change because you haven't built the active and the passive side. We're going to help you do that. And ultimately, you guys have said it in the chat a million times over the last day and a half. It's about freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, the freedom of choice. And I'm sure many of you are wondering, like, exactly how we do it. So I want to go through, like, what is in the program and why it's so helpful, like all of the people on here who have talked about it over and over and over again. The first thing is we're going on an individualized success path. So in the first 2 weeks, you're going to meet with one of the experts, one of these business owners, real estate investors you've seen on this stage, that's going to help you map out exactly where you are going and never have to guess about your next step. They're going to put together your plan, individualized for your business with you. Okay? You remember that Bill said, most places you go, it's, hey, somebody says to do something, say do and ask, or say ask and do. Like, I say you do this, you ask some questions, then you go do. And I know some of you on here are military people, so you guys know about mastering the decision-making process in simulation. The first time you step onto the field, you should have went to practice. We're the only people in the world that are doing this in this community. We're running scenario-based training that's helping you to gain experience before you go out and risk money. We're helping you to do implementation in weeks instead of years. Why? Because you're getting repetitions fast. And many of you in here have even been in our simulations. So this is when you get to practice and build confidence while you work on the 5F framework. And immersion that drives results. accountability, coaching, community, and the power that you've seen on this stage, there are 4 ways we immerse you in the framework. So you're surrounded by like-minded people. And like Lyle said, your network is your net worth. But first, let's meet your coaches. Because all these people that you saw, that you said, wow, that was awesome, I wish I could get more of that, well, you can. Kirk's gonna be there to work with you. Tim Dodal is ready to coach you. Tyler Jensen, tons and tons of experience flipping houses. Val Brega, you didn't see her, but Bill mentioned her. She was part of building a business doing over $5 million in wholesale revenue and flips. And she led a lead intake team and a sales team before she started a virtual hiring company. And she's helping people in our community build their teams through VAs. She can coach you on so many things. Miriam Johnson and her mom, who's 82 and on here, and I love her. They're such a strong business. They've mastered the money piece. They can help you with the conversations. They're incredible. And what if you're bringing a partner in this with you, your partner, your spouse? It would be amazing to understand those dynamics with Jonathan and Lauren. I'm sure many of you have experienced working with your spouses. It's great to have that connection and the ability to work through that. And then Steve and Casey Tackett, who didn't come on the stage at all, but are incredibly powerful because that's who were the laser coaches when I joined in 2020. They were the catalyst to help me do 7 figures in my business. And they actually changed my business and changed the trajectory of it with just a few tweaks. I'm so excited that they're coming back this year because I had the luxury of having them coach us during my year. And Lindsay Arco, everybody was like, how can I get more in sales? How can I get more access to Lindsay? She's on the team. She's there with you. And these are the laser coaches. So there's 10 elite laser coaches. Honestly, like people will pay Lindsay tens of thousands of dollars to coach her in sales alone. Like getting access to people who are all running really successful businesses with passive income and active income that are at scale, and they're just a few steps ahead of you and they can show you the path. But that's not enough because we also do small group accountability. This has been instrumental for me. I can remember being in small group accountability sessions for a quarter with Kirk Burnett, who's putting my feet to the fire on my marketing KPIs, making sure I'm focused on the most efficient stuff, killing the losers and doubling down on the winners, showing up every week. Why? Because you have a community that's holding you accountable. And something that's incredible is actually getting in person with 4 live workshops, running on quarters. People are paying $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 just to go to one workshop. And that's part of our community. The value is insane. And you've seen it here. You've heard other people. You've heard the testimony. You've heard my testimony. You know I love this community. It is genuinely elite. I've done deals with Jansen. I've done deals with Lyle. I've done deals with a bunch of our members. And they've helped me with deals, with funding deals, with doing deals together. It's incredible. Some of these are my best friends. Some of these people have become my partners. It's priceless. And honestly, everybody was talking about funding. Like, I don't have enough money to do deals. Well, we have funding partners that are exclusive with us that help with hard money. And we have the ability to raise private money. And like Bill taught you to raise private money, we have tons and tons of information, and we're doing this together in the community. The value there is insane. Bill alone would charge somebody $100,000 for a day in his office to raise money. And here's the thing. Everybody wants systems and process and documents and the blueprint. We have all of that. It's all the step-by-step stuff, all the stuff that you need. You don't have to think about the documents for scaling. Like, what does a business look like at scale? You can have it. And, this would be sold for like 10 grand. It's seriously insane. And I know I was excited about the Deed Hunter. And I know you guys were excited about the Deed Hunter. How can we do more of that? He's going to work exclusively with our group to go on a first deal sprint to see how many deals we can buy with him in the first 10, 60, 90 days. I said, Marcos, how fast can I buy a deal? He said, you can get a deal in like a week with me. Come on, let's go. So I'm going to take part in this too. So talk about jumping in and going straight to a deal where we can make money very fast. That is my goal. I would be excited to do that with you. If you think about this, this is like the 5F framework in motion. Like you have somebody helping you build out your exact pathway. Like what is my focus? What's my success plan? What are my next steps? Putting you in through the simulations to get you repetitions that are risk-free. And then immersing you into the community in the small group accountability sessions where you're meeting weekly. You're getting laser coaching from all the coaches in the community. You're getting access to our unique funding sources. You're getting exactly what you need when you need it. And just the funding sources alone are saving probably more than $20,000. To get coaching from all these people, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars. It's like having exactly what you need when you need it, like going to an attorney, getting documents drawn up. You don't need to do that. You don't have to spend the $9,500. And honestly, being able to get to your first deal in the first 90 days, like $11,500 value, it's probably more. And not the, honest, everybody was raving about Lindsay, so I'm most excited because, you know, Lindsay is my partner and she loves sales. And we have the intuitive sales training, all the scripts, all the objections, and all the strategies that's, you know, people are paying 10 grand for, and that's included in Runway. And she's going to be coaching. You get opportunities to go on coaching calls with her. Like sales coaching alone will add an insurmountable amount of conversion and more money to your business. It is so critical. And to have Lindsay not just be on my team, but serve the community is a massive value. Honestly, we added this up. Like if I think about this and I did 7 figures in that year, I would have paid $250,000 to do 7 figures. But that's not what this is, honestly. All it takes to claim your space is a $500 non-refundable deposit to claim your space with us. What I know you guys want to know, like what does it actually cost though? It's $500 today and your payments are $1,500 a month. There is a pay in full option. So if you pay payments, it's $1,500 a month. If you pay in full, it's a payment of $15,000. Now, there's a bonus because Bill committed to me that he would do, for anybody who pays in full, he will do a full day of a private capital workshop in his office in Nashville, Tennessee, where he's going to help and show you exactly how to raise money. And I'm not kidding. He's raised tens of millions of dollars this year. It's super impressive. And the opportunity just to spend a day with him in his office alone. If you go look on his page, he's offered people to come to his office for a day to do private money raising for $100,000. You can fact check me on that. It's a pay in full bonus, so if you pay in full, you can be in his office with him.
Guys, isn't that amazing? It literally changed my life. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. You got to get plugged in. If you're not happy with where you are right now, what are you going to do different to change your environment, change your circumstances, change your future? I'd love to see you win. Let's go.